How Your Childhood Molds Your Adulthood. I am The Wiz. Thank you, everybody, for coming back. And if you're new here, thank you for checking me out. If you like what you hear, go ahead and subscribe for more reviews. I do 3 a week, so check that out if you're interested. All right, so today I am reviewing the 1991 Studio Ghibli film Only Yesterday. And this one is directed by Isao Takahata. If you are aware of him, you're probably aware of the one film that he made with Studio Ghibli, and that is Grave of the Fireflies. And if you are aware of Grave of the Fireflies, I am so sorry. Not that it's a bad film, it's a great film, but oh man, is that film devastating. This one's a lot different, just to put it that way. This one is nowhere near as emotionally devastating. Let's just get into the review of Only Yesterday. And I gotta be honest, this might be a very quick review for me because there's really not much for me to say about this. I guess I'll go to the positives real quick. The animation's beautiful, which of course is per usual for Ghibli. The style of the animation is very fluid, the characters are very well defined, the backgrounds and the locations of the film are really good looking, but there is a differentiation with other Ghibli films, and this film is that the style between the framing device of the film and the main narrative is actually very pleasant and lovely. The story is about an adult named Taiko, who is an unmarried career woman. What she does is she asks for 2 weeks off from her job in order to go work in the country, which she derives some joy from. While she is heading to the country, she starts to reminisce about her childhood. And it's the childhood portions that I really like the style of, because it has this almost watercolor-like background where it seems like parts of the background is not as developed or it is not as detailed. But it's interesting because it plays itself like it's a memory, which is exactly what it is, but because of the way that the backgrounds are washed out, do you know what it looks like? It reminds me of those children's books, or Roald Dahl books, or stuff like that, where there's whites on the background, where there's a white background on the picture, but it's a little rosy a bit. I can't explain it that much better, but I really like the style of what the film looks. Visually, I think this film is really good looking, but man, I feel like this film was a slog. I gotta be honest, I don't mind slow films. In fact, sometimes I like slow films, but this was really hard at times to actually keep going on this movie. I think part of it is I like the character of Taiko, but she's really not all that interesting. And when the movie is about a character that I just couldn't muster up a lot of interest in, I really was just getting bored throughout the entire film. I mean, there are scenes in this film where they are describing how to make rouge. I guess if I were a little more interested in the character and a little more interested in what's going on, it would be a much more profound kind of scene. But I just found myself going, are we really talking about this right now? And they also do this describing old types of farming and talking about agriculture in general. And again, like, if you are really into this, I can understand why somebody would really enjoy this and get some kind of profound meaning or really enjoy the vibe of the film. I just sat there going, okay, that's neat, I guess. But honestly, as a narrative, I felt that Only Yesterday was kind of boring. Obviously, I'm an outlier, as you're going to find out when I go into the other reviews, but I just found the film to be pretty dull throughout the entire film. Honestly, I'm going to give it an average rating because I do like the animation and style of the film, but honestly, I felt like I was just waiting for the time to pass as I was watching this film. Alright, so before I get to my rating, let's go into what other people think about this film. Letterboxd users has this at a 3.9 out of 5. Again, a lot of people really like this film. Speaking of, Rotten Tomatoes has this at 100% fresh. Yeah! And this wasn't nominated for any Oscars. This didn't really come out internationally until, I think, 2019? Or did it not come to the States until 2019? I think that might be what it is, so pardon me if I get that wrong. I'm giving this a 2.5 out of 5. Again, I really like the animation. I think it's beautiful, which, again, per usual for Ghibli. I think the style of going back and forth from the framing device of adult Taiko to childhood Taiko, I really liked what they did with that. I thought it was really interesting how they developed that scenery and developed that type of style. But I gotta be honest, I was bored throughout most of the film. I felt it was dull. I ended up kind of enjoying the film despite of it. But honestly, if you were to ask me to watch this film again, I would likely pass. Do I understand why other people really adore this film? Yes, I do. But if I'm being quite honest, it just did not do much for me. So 2.5 out of 5 stars for Only Yesterday. If you are interested, it is on Max. I will make a recommendation though. I would just watch it in English. The reason why is because I just tried to watch it first in Japanese, and it seems to me that the subtitles really go by quick. And I'm not a slow reader, but within like 15 minutes, I had to rewind to reread a lot of the subtitles. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to go with the English dubbing. At this point, all right, whatever. Maybe you're a faster reader than I am. That would be my recommendation. So check it out on Max if you are interested. All right, guys, thank you for watching. See you guys next time. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please like it. If you didn't, please subscribe. And if you have questions or comments, go ahead and leave a comment whether you liked it or not. It just helps, you know. If you want my written reviews, you can go onto my letterbox at IamThatWiz, or you can go to my website at IamTheWiz.com. Thank you very much again for watching. See you next time.